future isn't as far as we once thought. No, your DeLorean can't go back in time, yet, but it soon might be able to fly gracefully through the skies.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Welcome to Watch Mojo's Top 5 Facts. In today's installment, we'll be counting down the top 5 most interesting facts about everyone's favorite metaphor for a technological utopia, flying cars.
You just had an accident.
Yes, I know, I just had an accident, you daffy bastard.
Number 5. There are many flying car prototypes. For starters, a European company called Aeromobile built an operational flying car, if your definition of operational includes malfunctioning, crashing, and nearly killing the company's owner. Crossblade Aerospace has an interesting concept, a vehicle that goes from car to quadcopter to airplane. Their Sky Cruiser is still only a concept, but they've employed their so-called Switchblade transformation mechanism in a drone that you'll soon be able to purchase. Palvia is working on this thing. Terrafugia has a working sky car that's supposedly street legal and has foldable wings. A flying transformer car you can drive? Calm down there, friend. You can have one too. Just fork over the $280,000 that it costs, and the keys are all yours. What? You don't have $250,000 to throw at a flying car? Well, move along, pal, because convenience isn't cheap.
Can't make the scene if you don't have the green. I better make a little stop.
There's a somewhat lower tech option named the Veylon Pegasus, which is basically an all-terrain buggy equipped with a giant fan and a parachute. Not quite what you had in mind? My, you are hard to please. Number 4. Flying cars are hard to drive in bad weather.
What the hell was that?
Here's a scenario. You're driving down a long, winding road, or maybe the Uber guy is driving you, or maybe you upgraded from an Uber X to an Uber Select, but that seems unnecessary.
You know what I love about Uber? You don't have to tip. Taxis, man. Uber's changing the world.
Whatever, just focus for a second. Suddenly, a strong wind picks up and starts blowing your car to and fro. Fortunately, you're safely strapped to the ground by a ton of metal car parts, and you keep on driving safely. Now imagine you're driving around in the sky. Your Uber Sky chauffeur is making polite but unwelcome conversation. Hey, would a flying Uber X be called an Uber X-Wing? Never mind. Suddenly, a strong wind blows you into the side of a mountain, and you and Uber Red Leader are incinerated in a violent but totally predictable explosion.
We're in a jet wash. Oh.
Looks like you should have taken a ground car, but it's too late for that. Now you're just another sad, charred air traffic safety statistic.
This could be the end of a beautiful friendship.
Point being, actual pilots are trained to fly in bad weather, while would-be Uber pilots are only trained to drive, and maybe to bullseye womp rats.
But it's not impossible. I used to bullseye womp rats in my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
Number 3. They would need a lot of new infrastructure.
Hey, Doc, you better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Hopping in your future car and jetting around the world might sound simple enough, but the reality is that our current infrastructure would have trouble supporting the appearance of such machines. Airways would probably have to be established in order to properly direct traffic to keep cars from crashing into each other and exploding. Air traffic would require air traffic cops to keep a constant vigilant eye on everybody. Even if these road-to-sky vehicles have vertical takeoff and landing, the noise of a city full of helicopters would be deafening. And the birds. Why won't somebody think of the birds?
I've got a lock. I'm closing in.
But hey, if it's a good idea, we'll adjust eventually, right? I mean, paved roads didn't just roll themselves out overnight once someone invented the automobile, did they? No, they didn't. Number 2. They could make traffic jams a thing of the past. Fact. Traffic jams are the worst. If cars could fly anywhere they want and take off and land virtually anywhere, then that would eliminate virtually all bottlenecks. So hey, less road rage. Less traffic also means less air pollution, and less air pollution means we can finally breathe some of that sweet, sweet oxygen that Grandpa keeps talking about.
President screwed.
Yes.
If cars are flying everywhere, that means there'll be no need to build and maintain expensive highways. Finally, because of the rapid rise in self-driving car technology, and because trusting people in flying contraptions is historically a bad idea, flying cars could potentially be completely automated. So you could sit back, relax, and try not to worry that a computer is hurtling you through the air at insane speeds, and that realistically, number 1, breaking down means falling out of the sky. Turns out no matter how you spin it, falling out of the sky is a dangerous endeavor.
Whoa, what's happening? Who am I? Why am I here? What's my purpose in life?
You can have backup engines, you can have parachutes, you can have all kinds of safety features that, ultimately, could fail. When you're in a boring old ground car, breaking down isn't an automatically fatal proposition. If your tires blow out or your engine overheats, you can pull over to the side of the safe, gravity-respecting road and call for assistance. When you're a mile in the sky and your fancy new automobird is having some trouble, you have about 30 seconds to really figure out what you did wrong in life. The answer may be all around you as you plummet inextricably towards the unforgiving Earth, propelled by the laws of gravity in whose face you so boldly spat when climbing into your flying car.
I won't.
So what do you think? Are flying cars an attainable goal for technological innovation? Or will they forever remain a symbol of an undeliverable, ultimately disappointing future?
I don't mind flying, but what you're doing is suicide.
For more vertical takeoff top 10s and Womp Rat top 5s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Once again, you've proved, if you'll excuse me,